The following section of this recording should be used for Practice Test 2, Section 1, Listening Comprehension. Part A, Directions. In Part A, you will hear short conversations between two speakers. At the end of each conversation, a third voice will ask a question about what was said. The question will be spoken just one time. After you hear a conversation and the question about it, read the 4 possible answers and decide which one would be the best answer to the question you have heard. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the problem and mark your answer. Number 1.
We have diet soda, but no regular cola.
I'll pass, thanks.
What is the woman probably going to do? Number 2.
How did your parents like the play they attended last week?
My mother thought the language was terrible, but my father liked it.
What does the woman say about her parents' reaction to the play? Number 3.
I need to have this prescription filled, please.
All right, but you'll have a 15-minute wait.
Where did this conversation most probably take place? Number 4.
I thought we were going to have a science test this afternoon.
It was postponed because the teacher had to attend a conference.
What does the man mean? Number 5.
The President's State of the Union message last night was quite inspiring.
I couldn't watch it because my political science lecture let out too late.
What does the man mean? Number 6.
Do you think I have a chance of proving my case?
Definitely, and we're going to sue for punitive damages as well.
What is the probable relationship between the man and the woman? Number 7.
I can't even think with all that racket.
It won't get any better. Why don't you work inside the meeting room?
What does the man imply? Number 8.
Marie's not eating her supper tonight. What's the matter with her?
She went to the orthodontist and had braces put on her teeth. She says it hurts too much to chew.
What does the woman say about Marie? Number 9.
Have you been to that new supermarket that just opened?
Yes, the prices are quite reasonable. They have a great variety of meats and vegetables, but you have to bag your own groceries.
What does the woman say she dislikes about the store? Number 10.
I hope you'll be ready to return to work soon.
I'm not quite up to it yet.
What does the woman mean? Number 11.
I heard Marilyn's entered college.
Yes, she's taking courses in statistics, economics, and accounting.
What career does Marilyn probably plan to follow? Number 12.
Would you like Swiss cheese or American?
There's no better cheese than Swiss cheese.
What does the man say about Swiss cheese? Number 13.
I hope the game's not canceled.
It will be held rain or shine.
What does the man say about the game? Number 14.
I hear Martha was criticized in class.
Had she read the material, she would have been prepared.
What does the man say about Martha? Number 15.
Did everyone return the evaluation forms?
60 people received them, but only half returned them.
What does the woman say about the evaluation forms? Number 16.
Charlie has the potential to be a professional musician, but he is too lazy to practice.
What a shame.
What does the woman say about Charlie? Number 17.
How long are you going to be away?
I'm planning on spending the weekend at the beach as long as the weather stays nice.
What is the woman probably going to do? Number 18.
Are there any witnesses to the terrible accident?
No one but the 7-year-old boy saw it.
What do the speakers say about the boy? Number 19.
Louise writes in Spanish very well.
She writes it as well as she speaks it.
What does the man say about Louise? Number 20.
How are Peter and Lucy doing lately?
They had a quarrel, but they soon made up.
What does the man say about Peter and Lucy? Number 21.
Do you make connections with the Maple Avenue line?
Yes, ma'am. Pay your fare and I'll give you a free transfer and call you before we get to Maple Avenue.
Where did this conversation most probably take place? Number 22.
I need some help with this math calculation.
I've already looked at it. It's over my head, too.
What does the man mean? Number 23.
What does Mary do with her children while she works?
She takes them to a nursery on her way to work.
What does the woman mean? Number 24.
Do you know where Dan is moving?
He will move to Florida if his job confirmation comes through.
What does the man say about Dan? Number 25.
Does your father fish even in this heat?
Sure, he likes nothing better than fishing on a hot summer day.
What does the woman say about her father? Number 26.
Have the actors finished with rehearsals?
They went over their lines one more time before the production began.
What does the woman say about the actors? Number 27.
We're supposed to turn in our assignments tomorrow, right?
No, Ms. Daly asked us to hand them in today.
What does the woman say about Ms. Daly? Number 28.
What are we doing with the dog while we're on vacation?
Stacy will look after him.
What does the man say? Number 29.
A lot of people play golf here in the United States.
Yes, although the game originated in Scotland, it's more popular here than anywhere else.
What do the speakers say about golf? Number 30.
When was the last time you saw them?
It's been 30 years.
What does the man mean? Part B, directions. In Part B, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will be asked some questions. The conversations and questions will be spoken just one time. They will not be written out for you, so you will have to listen carefully in order to understand and remember what the speaker says. When you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and decide which one would be the best answer to the question you have heard. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the problem and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Questions 31 through 34 are based on the following conversation.
You don't look too happy. What seems to be the problem?
I've got to write a long composition for my English class, and I just can't come up with any ideas. It's due tomorrow.
That shouldn't be too difficult. Remember those pictures you were showing me last week, the ones from your cruise last winter?
Sure, I've got them someplace.
Why don't you write about your impressions of the pyramids in Egypt and the camel ride you took?
That sounds like a good idea. I can also tell about our visit to North Africa, the Holy Land, and all of the historical biblical places we visited.
Well, now that you're feeling better about this, I think I'll be on my way. I've got to finish my composition, too.
Thanks for your help. Once I get organized, it won't be so difficult.
Number 31. What was the woman's problem? Number 32. What does the man suggest? Number 33. Which of the following places did the woman not visit? Number 34. Why does the man have to leave? Questions 35 through 38 are based on the following conversation.
Alan, you've been so busy lately that we don't see you anymore.
I've been trying to finish this research project so that I can present my findings at the annual conference in July.
But that's 2 months away. You've still got lots of time.
Not really. You see, I've finished all the research and I've just about organized all my notes, but it will take me almost 2 months to type them.
I can type up your paper in less than 2 weeks.
Number 35. What does the woman offer to do for the man? Number 36. Why does the man need to finish the paper? Number 37. According to the conversation, what month is it now? Number 38. What stage of completing the project has the man reached? Part C, Directions. In Part C, you will hear several talks. After each talk, you will be asked some questions. The talks and questions will be spoken just one time. They will not be written out for you, so you will have to listen carefully in order to understand and remember what the speaker says. When you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and decide which one would be the best answer to the question you have heard. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the problem and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Questions 39 through 41 are based on the following talk in a history class.
Nathaniel Bacon was a man determined to protect his property against Indian raids. He encouraged other Piedmont farmers to do likewise. After Governor William Berkeley of Virginia had refused to help them, Bacon and his friends banded together and destroyed a group of attackers in April of 1676. Governor Berkeley declared them traitors, and they assembled a group of some 500 people and marched on Jamestown, the capital, to insist on the governor's assistance. Berkeley later ordered them all arrested. Because of this, the farmers burned Jamestown and took control of the government. The governor fled. The fight, which was known as Bacon's Rebellion, lasted almost a year. Bacon contracted malaria and died in October of 1676, leaving the farmers at the mercy of Governor Berkeley. 23 men were hanged at his request. King Charles II was very much upset by the governor's treatment of the farmers and forced him out of office.
Number 39. Which of the following is not true? Number 40. Approximately how long were Bacon and the farmers able to fight off the governor? Number 41. How did Nathaniel Bacon die? Questions 42 through 46 are based on the following talk about Mount Rushmore.
Towering over the Black Hills of South Dakota at 6,000 feet above sea level can be seen the majestic and lifelike figures of 4 of America's greatest presidents. Goodson Borglum spent 14 years carving these gargantuan busts in Mount Rushmore as a lasting tribute to American leadership. In 1927, Borglum began this monumental task when he was 60 years old, attiring for their retirement and not for a lengthy project. Upon Borglum's death, his son continued the project until the funding ran out. Of the four presidents, George Washington's bust is the most prominent, looking as serious as we tend to think of him. Behind him is Thomas Jefferson, who bears a friendlier visage. Teddy Roosevelt is tucked off into the corner next to the last of the four, Abraham Lincoln, whose bust is the least complete. It is unbelievable that such a monumental masterpiece should sit in a now quiet area, once the scene of deadly battles between the Sioux Indians and the white man.
Number 42. Why was work on Mount Rushmore finally discontinued? Number 43. Which of the following presidents is not represented in this magnificent sculpture? Number 44. How old was Goodson Borglum when he died? Number 45. How can the figures of Mount Rushmore best be described? Number 46. Which of the following is not true? Questions 47 through 50 are based on the following talk about crude oil.
What you see below you is crude oil. Crude oil is the source of all petroleum products: gasoline, fuel oil, jet fuel, asphalt, lubricants, and chemicals. The modern world cannot exist without the energy derived from petroleum products for industrial operations as well as transportation. These products are burned to produce energy or used as lubricants to reduce friction. Many years ago, crude oil could be found close to the surface, and it would ooze from the ground without a recovery operation. That supply was very limited. Today, oil wells must be drilled to depths of hundreds and even thousands of feet. Generally, crude oil must be pumped to the surface. Crude oils are classified into two types determined by the percentage of sulfur they contain. Sweet crude oil has less than 1% sulfur, while sour crude has greater than 1% sulfur content. Crude oil is a mixture of many complex organic compounds. Though the chemical elements involved are mostly carbon and hydrogen with traces of sulfur, nitrogen, and oxygen, the complicated structures of these organic chemicals create a multitude of different compounds.
Number 47. Where did this talk most probably take place? Number 48. What is crude oil? Number 49. How are crude oils classified? Number 50. What does sour crude oil refer to? This is the end of the Practice Test 2 Listening Comprehension section.